The phone slipped from my hand, clattering onto the kitchen counter like a gunshot in the quiet of our home. It's over, Mark. My new man is taking me to Paris. Sarah's voice, so calm, so final, echoed in my skull, each syllable slicing deeper than the last. I stood frozen, staring at the cracked screen, her words looping like a cruel refrain. The kitchen, our kitchen, with its chipped mugs and the faint smell of her lavender candles, felt like a stage where the lights had gone out, leaving me in the dark. I'd sensed something was off for weeks. The way she'd linger over her phone, her thumbs dancing across the screen, a secretive smile tugging at her lips. I told myself it was work, maybe a friend, anything but this. Last night, she'd laughed too brightly at dinner, her eyes darting away when I asked about her day. Just busy, she'd said, twirling her wineglass. I'd nodded, ignoring the knot in my gut, because love makes you blind. Or worse, it makes you a liar to yourself. Now, standing in the wreckage of her words, I replayed every moment. The late nights she claimed were for client meetings. The new perfume, sharp and unfamiliar, clinging to her scarf. The way she'd pull away when I reached for her in bed, her body tense, like a stranger's. I'd chalked it up to stress, to her big promotion, to anything but betrayal. But here it was, raw and undeniable, like a blade slipped between my ribs. I sank into a chair, the wood creaking under my weight. The house was too quiet without her humming, her bare feet padding across the floor. I could still see her here, chopping garlic, teasing me about my terrible knife skills. You're hopeless, Mark, she'd laugh, her brown eyes warm. Were those moments lies too? Or did they mean something to her? Even as she planned her escape to Paris with him? My phone buzzed, a text from her. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for it to happen like this. The words felt hollow, like a script she'd rehearsed. I typed a reply, deleted it, typed again. Enjoy Paris. I hit send before I could think, the words bitter on my tongue. Let her think I was calm, unaffected. Let her carry that lie instead of me. I wandered to the living room, where her favorite throw blanket lay crumpled on the couch. I picked it up, the soft wool still holding her scent. My chest tightened. How long had she been slipping away? When did we become her and him? I needed answers, not apologies. I grabbed my keys and headed to her office, the one place she'd always said was her sanctuary. If there were clues, they'd be there. The city blurred past as I drove, streetlights streaking like tears in the rain. Her office building loomed ahead, all glass and steel, cold as her voice on the phone. The security guard barely glanced at my ID. Sarah's husband was a familiar face. Her corner office was dark, but the door was unlocked. I stepped inside, the air heavy with the scent of her jasmine diffuser. Her desk was a mess of papers, coffee cups, and a photo of us from last summer, laughing on a beach. My throat burned. I rifled through her drawers, hating myself for it. Receipts, pens, a half-eaten granola bar. Nothing incriminating. Then, tucked under a notebook, I found it, a plane ticket stub. Paris. Dated 2 months ago. She'd gone before with him. My knees buckled. This wasn't new. This wasn't sudden. She'd been living a double life, and I'd been too lovesick to see it. A post-it note stuck to the ticket caught my eye. Meet me at 7. L. The letter was a punch to the gut. L. Who was L? I scoured her desk, her calendar, her emails left open on her laptop. A name surfaced. Liam. Her new project manager. Charming, ambitious, always lingering too close at company parties. I'd shaken his hand, laughed at his jokes, while he was stealing my wife. My phone rang, shattering the silence. Sarah. I almost didn't answer, but anger won out. What do you want? I snapped, my voice raw. Mark, I didn't want you to find out like this. Her voice trembled, but it wasn't enough to soften me. Find out what? That you've been lying for months? That you went to Paris with him? The words spilled out, venomous. Silence. Then it wasn't planned. It just happened. Liam understands me, Mark. He sees me. And I don't. My voice cracked. 10 years, Sarah. 10 years of building a life together, and you throw it away for some guy who sees you? You stopped seeing me, she shouted, her composure breaking. You were so busy with your own work, your own world. I was drowning, and you didn't notice. Her words stung because they weren't entirely wrong. I'd been distracted, consumed by deadlines, assuming she was fine because she always seemed so strong. But that didn't justify this. So you ran to him? Instead of talking to me. I tried, she whispered. You weren't listening. I hung up, my hands shaking. The office felt like a tomb, her excuses echoing in the dark. I wanted to hate her, but all I felt was a hollow ache. I drove home, the rain heavier now, mirroring the storm in my chest. Back at the house, I found a letter on the kitchen table, her handwriting neat and deliberate. Mark, I'm sorry. I love you, but I'm not in love with you anymore. I need to find myself. Please don't hate me. A key sat beside it, her house key. She was already gone. I sank to the floor, the letter crumpling in my fist. But then, a glint caught my eye, a USB drive tucked under the table's edge. Curiosity overpowered grief. I plugged it into my laptop. A single video file. I clicked play. Sarah's face filled the screen, her eyes red, her voice unsteady. Mark, if you're watching this, I'm already gone. I didn't know how to tell you. Liam, he's not what you think. He's not the reason. I've been lost for years and I was too scared to admit it. Paris isn't about him, it's about me. I need to start over. Please let me go. The video cut to black, but her words lingered, heavy with truth. She wasn't running to Liam. She was running from herself, from us, from the life we'd built. I wanted to scream, to beg her to stay, but she was already a ghost. I leaned back, staring at the ceiling. The betrayal wasn't just her leaving. It was her hiding, her silence, her refusal to fight for us. And yet, as the rain pounded outside, I realized the twist that broke me most. I still loved her. Even now, knowing everything, I couldn't let go.